Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm with my boy Finch. That's right, his name is Finch. Sorry, bro.
You scared me.
You scare me every time I watch your videos, bro. I know you guys are waiting for Finch's diet. I want to do this properly with you guys, so we don't want to rush it and just show you the diet and then you not really understand. So we're going to start from the beginning, and I want to talk to you guys today about the psychology of losing weight, the reality of the situation that a lot of you out there are in who are overweight or want to lose weight. Some of you have bulked up and want to cut, and it's a very difficult process to go through. It's a very addictive process to go through. What we're going to do today is we're going to talk to Finch about what he's gone through in the last couple of years, how he used to feel when he was overweight. He's made massive progress. He's absolutely smashed it, to be fair. I think maybe he could have done things slightly differently in a way that would have made him feel better. But in terms of results, absolutely smashed it. But yeah, a lot of you guys are already on your weight loss journey or starting your weight loss journey. I think this is a really important thing to touch on, the psychology of it, before we just start going into it. Gaining weight is different because it's kind of the thing with Chip, it's kind of, we're just trying to feed him and make him go to the gym. And I think that there's a huge psychological implications with being skinny or being thin and being bullied for that, or how you feel about that. And I'm actually going to do a gym video on going to the gym skinny soon. But I think that today I want to touch on the psychological side of being overweight. There's absolutely loads of videos out there that talk about weight loss and so on, but there's not enough videos out there that talk about the psychological side of it. And I have a guy who's been going through it for quite a long time sitting right next to me.
Yeah, for like nearly 2 years.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah.
Well, longer than that. You started 2 years ago, but you were feeling,
Oh yeah.
I imagine, not great for quite a while before that.
Well yeah. I felt worse at the beginning, but it's a lot better now.
Yeah.
So there's a light at the end of the tunnel for everyone out there that's kind of like, it's never gonna get any better. This is it. And trust me, it does.
How have you been eating in the last 2 years? How many times a day were you eating?
Like once or twice, probably once. I would eat one decent sized meal, like a kind of normal one, and then I would just pick at things like biltong or like beef jerky or something like that. I would just like pick at that, and then that would be it, really.
So one meal a day. For a guy who's 105 kgs, how much did you weigh when you started?
150.
Guy who weighed 150 kgs would pick at things. The thing is that what I don't want you guys to take from this video today, and I'm really hoping you won't when going to the video and we discuss how it's been for Finch, and I want you guys to relate to it. This channel is about, relating fitness to normal people. As you've all commented, there's just not enough of. So thanks for your comments, guys. I want you guys who are overweight to be able to relate to this today, but I don't want you to copy what Finch did, because there are much healthier and safer ways to do it. And that's why we are both here today, to tell you that you don't need to starve yourself. You don't need to starve yourself. You don't need to go on this roller coaster up and down of eating and not eating and binging and feeling terrible and feeling fat when you eat and etc. So that's what we're going to get into today. Yeah, so how was you eating before?
I was under eating a lot. I kind of just ate protein with like salads and things like that. I didn't really kind of eat carbs now and again, but not like too much. But yeah, I was kind of just generally under eating, I guess.
But what I like about that, actually, you were under eating, but you were doing things correctly. Like, you guys, you need to have some carbohydrates in there to lose weight. And I know it's really hard for some of you guys who are overweight or trying to cut. It's really hard to get your head around the fact that you need to eat some carbs, and mentally it's really tough to do. But actually the concepts you had were right, that you do need an increase in protein to repair muscle and to maintain muscle while you're cutting. You need to have a higher protein intake, but I don't think you were eating quite enough protein, right?
No, that wasn't any. No, I don't think so. No, nothing. I wasn't eating enough of anything really. It was just kind of, I ate it because I was seeing the results, so I was just like, all right, well, I'll stick with it. But I kind of don't really know what, it kind of plateaued after a while.
Yeah, and we can be honest with the guys out there.
Yeah.
You're eating like one proper meal a day.
Yeah.
Massive commitment, guys. All of you guys know. We all eat, right? Be eating one meal a day, and little bits of other stuff. For a guy Finch's size, 105 kgs with that muscle, it's just not enough. And I think that over time, that really suppresses your hormones. It doesn't make you feel very good. I want to teach you guys how you can reduce weight and cut in a really healthy and feel good way. So yeah, you weren't eating enough, you weren't eating often enough. You did get results, of course you did get results.
I would nap a lot during the day. I didn't really kind of work. I didn't really do anything. It was literally just, I would wake up, I wouldn't eat till 3 or 4 o'clock. Then I would eat, then I would nap, then I would pick at things, then I would go gym again, then I would pick at things again, and then I would go back to bed. And that was it. And I didn't work, I didn't do anything. I kind of literally just picked and slept.
There are so many guys out there that are in your situation and that were in your situation last year and 2 years ago. I've known Finch for a few years and I've seen a dramatic change in how you look, right? It's fantastic. Well, you've smashed it, to be fair to you. Like, you've done really well. So you said you used the phrase pick at things. So
yeah, so if I would eat carbs, I felt like shit. It would make me feel depressed. I feel fat. So then I would weigh myself and then I'd be like, oh shit, I'm heavier than what I was. So then I wouldn't eat again, and then I would cut out carbs completely, pretty much. I would just pick at like protein, like chicken or like protein shakes, or like just something to kind of keep me light, essentially. Like, rather than kind of eating the way I was supposed to eat, I would eat so the scale said I was lighter than, like, as light as I could possibly be. So I didn't really kind of eat to, like, for my body. I ate for the number on the scale.
Yeah, respect, man, respect, because the thing is, what I'm getting in so many of the comments is how motivating this channel is. But this channel is like really motivating because of you, Josh and Max, stepping up and doing this, and you're helping so many people out there. There's so many people in your position, and to come here, guys, you have to rate him to come here and actually talk about all of this and actually like expose how you feel when you eat. But the reality is, so many of you out there have tried countless times to lose weight, or to cut, or to gain muscle. You end up being addicted and look at the scales every day, and you feel kind of fat when you eat a meal, or you feel all fantastic after your session and then terrible again, and you're always looking at the number on the scales. You start to put on muscle, the scales look a different number, and you feel terrible again, and then actually it's because you're not measuring the gains correctly. But you're not the only ones, guys. Like, there's lots of people out there in your situation, and look at Finch, right? He's doing it. There's no hiding it. You were under eating.
Yeah.
Right? You were under eating, right?
Yeah.
You were under eating for quite a long time, and even now I think that we're working on it, but you find it difficult to eat enough because you're trying to lose weight. Anyone trying to lose weight.
It makes me feel fat. If I eat a lot, it makes me feel fat, and that's why I don't like eating. So I still undereat, I guess. Like, I'm trying to eat more, but I kind of feel like it makes me feel fat, and then I don't like looking at myself. So I try to balance it as best as I can, and then gradually increase it, rather than just kind of like going all out and eating fucking like 4K a day. Like, it makes me feel, like, I don't like the way I feel, so there's no point in me. I want to gradually increase it.
Yeah. And Finch has told me off camera, so I'm going to say it on camera for him. If he's going out, so many of you again in this situation, if he's going out in the evening, or if he's got some event he's going to in a few days, he will purposely like try to be avoiding certain foods and reducing how much he's eating, just because he doesn't want to feel fat or feel a certain way when he's going to those events and going to those places. You guys look at a picture of Finch from when he started to where he is now, which he's done completely by himself. He got up off the chair, recording the videos with you guys. He got up, he went to the gym, he started eating healthier, and he's done it all by himself and absolutely smashed it. If you look at the progress that he's made, he could have made this progress slightly more enjoyable, which is what we now want to bring to you guys. And he could have made this process slightly quicker. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, I mean, I still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like, because I liked, how my life changed throughout as it was happening.
Yeah.
And it kind of made I kind of lost in my head. I didn't really think like, oh shit, I'm doing this wrong because of how it was making me feel. Even though it was like, this is making me feel like this. I'm gonna keep doing it. I kind of blocked out all of the repercussions and the, like this and that. Like, since I started eating more, I have more energy. I don't sleep during the day anymore. Whereas before I used to sleep for like 4 or 5 hours in the middle of the day. Whereas I don't anymore. But you kind of don't really feel like you don't notice the difference in how you feel to how you feel then, because you're kind of consumed with the feeling that you get from, oh shit, like, I can buy that and from a shop and wear it. Like, there's no, I can't because I'm overweight. Do you know where I'm coming from?
Yeah. I think a lot of people know where
it's
you're
like
coming from.
it's like a drug. Like you kind of just, it fuels you. You're like, fuck, like I couldn't buy clothes from a shop before, now I can, right? Normally this girl wouldn't look at me before, now she does. Like, you know, it kind of, your whole life changes, you know, people treat you differently and you're kind of consumed by all of it. Whereas, you know, you kind of lose sight of the health implications and all of that sort of stuff. Like I never thought, oh, I could, you know, like I'm damaging my hormone levels and all that sort of stuff. Like it never popped into my head. I was just like, oh shit, like I like those jeans, I'm gonna keep doing it.
I think it's fair to say if somebody came to you and said, oh, this is really damaging for this, or it's really causing a problem for that, and I think that you can become, when you're trying to lose weight, I think you can be so addicted to the number on the scales, or you know, some other kind of measurement, to looking at yourself in the mirror, and you can be so addicted to that you lose sight of the actual importance of the health benefits of what you're trying to achieve.
If you'd have came to me and was like, you're damaging your hormone levels, I wouldn't have cared. Like I would have just been like, yeah, but look at what it's doing for me. Like, which is a stupid way to think about it, but I was so like lost in all of it. Like it made my lifestyle choices healthier in the long run. Like I don't touch, well, sometimes I do, like, but like I don't choose to go for like junk food no more. Like if I drink something like a Coke, it's always a Diet Coke. Like I never touch like sugared versions of drinks. Sometimes I'll eat something like McDonald's, but I don't eat it often. Like I don't crave it anymore. It makes me feel bad when I eat it. But I feel like if someone could say to me, you know, from the beginning, you'll still get the same results, just do it this way, trust me, then I would have done it. But at the time, I was so like, kind of like high off of this, you know, feeling like my life went from like being down here in the gutter to like up here. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? Like, you know, everything just changed, and, you know, it's still changing and it's still improving. Like a year and a half on. If someone came to disturb you while you're on the process halfway through, it would have been much more difficult to listen to, right? It would have been like, well, because then that's the thing, guys. Some of you guys who are in the midst of losing weight and doing well, if you're doing it in an unhealthy way, you don't need to do it so unhealthy. You can do it in a healthier way, and you can come off of that roller coaster of the ups and downs of like feeling terrible and feeling great, because you must have gone through the times. If we'd have come to disturb you halfway through before you were ready, you came and you decided to train with me because you were ready to do that, and you were ready to make it, you know, healthier and better and move on to the next level. But if I'd have come to disturb you 6 months ago, you know, maybe you wouldn't have listened. Maybe you weren't at a point. And that's what I want to get across to some of you guys out there. You know, if you're already on this journey, you don't have to make it so difficult for yourselves. And you can get results faster and much more enjoyable and healthier. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. And if you've not started this journey yet, but this channel's motivating you to lose weight, guys, it's a very challenging mentally and psychologically. It's a very challenging thing to do, to start to lose weight, and it's very addictive. It's fun.
It's fun.
One thing I think as well is that you won't lose weight if you really don't want to lose it. Like you might say to yourself, I want to lose weight. But deep down you don't. There needs to be like a defining point of your life where your weight gets in the way, or it's ruined something for you.
Or me and Finch do your video for you, and you decide today's the day when you're going to start this process, and you never ever stop. You focus and you keep on going.
Well, it's like, because like today, the stuff that I'm talking about, someone's probably sitting there like, oh shit, that's how I used to feel. Like that's how I feel now.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. There needs to be like a turning point where something for, you know, I had it and it was like, ah, shit, like look at me, I need to change my life. Like I'm gonna kill myself early. I'm gonna, you know, I'm kind of wasting, you're only young once, right? You wanna kind of make the most of it while you can. That's the way I can, you know, it kind of pushed me to, I felt like I'd wasted like 2 years of my life as a social recluse who, you know, kind of did nothing. There are like catalysts along the way that drive you more. Like I wanted to buy clothes from a store, and then I managed to do that. And then it was like, you know, I want to do this and I want to do that. And then, you know, I worked towards that. And then once I got that, you know, there's constantly always like new levels and new things to reach. And even it's not just about the way you look, it's about the way it changes your life around you. And I think that's the kind of the best part of it. You end up more social, you end up more confident, you know, you don't hate yourself.
I think confidence is the word you're looking for. How would you feel now to go on a boys' holiday out in the sun? You're going away for a week. How would you feel now doing that compared to the confidence level of how you would have felt doing that 2 years ago?
I wouldn't have gone 2 years ago. I wouldn't have gone. Like just going and meeting gals and things like that. Like it's something that everyone kind of aspire. You know, they want to like go out and they want to meet a girl that they like and all that sort of stuff. But then when you're overweight, you're like, that girl's not going to talk to me. Like, I can't go up to her. And then you know, whereas when you're in like better shape and you feel more confident about yourself, you're like, well, why wouldn't you? Because you're confident within yourself and you're not kind of like shy in the corner. It changes everything. It changes your entire life. Like, it improves your relationships with your friends. It improves, you know, everything. You know, it's not like I'm just gonna look better. That's just a bonus of it. It's the mental element of it that is the best.
No one's like kind of making fun of how you're eating. No one's, and that's an important thing, guys. Like to have good friendship groups, and if your friends are like making fun of, if you decide you want to lose weight and your friends are making fun of how you're eating and so on, that is some of the situations that some of you have faced or might face. It's important to involve your friends with this, like Finch has done. All of Finch's friends know like he wanted to lose weight and how he committed to it, and they've supported him.
Timings of when I eat, I realized kind of had an impact as well. Like if I ate in the morning and I stopped eating at like say 6, I would feel a lot better throughout the day, whereas before if I wouldn't eat until like 4 p.m.
The last transformation video, which Finch couldn't make because he was a little bit ill, I did actually measure him and he's lost more around his stomach, so it is working. You're doing is working. But guys, we wanted to bring this video to you today because there are so many of you out there who are in Finch's position. Me and Finch are going to film that video on his diet now. We're going to talk more about how he was eating before, and we're not going to bullshit you. We're going to bring you the real truth. I really hope you enjoyed this video. There's so many of you guys out there that I'm hoping has been motivated by this video. If you appreciate Finch sitting here and talking to you guys about what he's gone through in the last year, how it feels to be overweight, how it feels to start to lose weight, make sure you hit the like button, and make sure, guys, if you are subscribed, your notifications are on, and I hope you enjoyed this video.
Just one quick thing. If you're doing this and you cheat, right, it's not the end of the world. Don't keep eating more shit. Say you have a cheeseburger or something, take the hit on it, go hit the gym, and then carry on as normal. That's the best way.
Well done, bro.
Thank you.